I imagine the transition from the public sector to the private sector hits you with some interesting components, like, the tools you have available as a law enforcement agent in the field when those vaporize, and now you have the ability to kind of look more towards the future as opposed to being purely reactive, but you don't have the same capabilities to react. How does that land?
It's a great question. I mean, I went from a task force officer with the FBI with essentially with the huge team that is federal law enforcement and intelligence community to back all of the work that you do. And then you go to say even a large corporation with a corporate security infrastructure where budget and time and technology and just the size of your team and your access to data and information is so limited in comparison to where you came from. You all of a sudden you end up in this kind of little box where you're only looking at internal issues or things that, essentially anybody in the world in news and just generally available social media stuff and internal reporting. That's a big jarring change to not have that. You're basically going from this huge team with all of essentially the world's resources available at your fingertip to a small, handful of people working around a table trying to figure out how to solve at least your world's problems. Yeah, jarring, but in a good looking at it in the positive sense, this is where you gotta get creative, where you have to learn to leverage people, leverage the talents of your team, work without technology where maybe you were heavily reliant on it before, or find smarter ways to use technology. So a lot of different opportunities to learn and grow through that process for sure.